Welcome back to the IBJJF Podcast. My guest today is Tynan Dalpra. Tynan is a two-time world champion, two-time Pan champion, European champion, middleweight Grand Prix champion, and he's going to be competing in a huge super fight against Isaque Bahiense on Friday, March 3rd at the IBJJF Flow Grappling Grand Prix. Tynan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to this interview.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait for the match. Can't wait for everything that's coming up in 2023. Let's do a quick recap of 2022. You had an absolutely amazing year. You won the Europeans, you won the Pans, you won the Worlds, you won Jiu-Jitsu Con, and you won a super fight at the IBJJF Flow Grappling Grand Prix. You won 18 matches, had 0 losses, 14 submissions. So when you look back on 2022, how do you feel about it now?
Well, it was a great year. Definitely a year of improvements. A lot of improvements that I made from the past year, the 2021 season. And it was a year that I stayed busy. I was doing a lot of competitions, and I was also teaching a lot of seminars and trying to stay busy in the jiu-jitsu overall. So it was a great year for me, for my team, for my family, and it's always good to look back. But I don't do that much. I'm usually just straightforward. I live the present, and I try to do the work that I need to be put in during the present, so it shines back in the future for sure.
So let's look ahead to the match with Isaque. That's going to be on Friday, March 3rd at the IBJJF Flow Grappling Grand Prix. Huge super fight. How do you feel about Isaque as an opponent, and what do you think makes him a dangerous opponent for you?
Well, definitely he's a tough opponent. I feel like what makes him dangerous is definitely the explosiveness. He's a very explosive athlete. He's someone that usually it could be very in the competition, just like IBJJF regular competition. It could be a very difficult fight. So I look forward. I felt like we made the rules. We accepted the rules where the fans and everybody that it's watching is able to expect like a jiu-jitsu match. You know what I mean? Just an exchange of techniques going back and forth. And like I said, 30 minutes, it's a very long time. I believe the difference, it would be definitely on the work, the work that I do and the work that he does. And 30 minutes, I believe it's enough time to dominate the person when you believe your technical level it's higher than theirs.
Definitely want to get into the time and the rules, but first I want to talk about the 2021 match you had with Isaque. At the 2021 Worlds, that was your first black belt world title. You had an awesome run to the final. You fought Jefferson, Tommy, Ronaldo, and then Isaque in the final. The final was pretty close. It was 8-6. When you look back on that match now, how do you feel about that Worlds final with Isaque?
Well, to be honest, it's hard for me to be happy with the performance that I had in the finals. Overall, when you look at the competition itself, it was a good run. Like you mentioned, the names that I fought. I fought the top names in my first year as a black belt and my first Worlds as a black belt, and I was able to pretty much dominate every match up into the finals. And the finals ended up being the match that I wasn't really hoping for. You know what I mean? But like I said, when you look at the match specifically, it's not the best performance that I've had. But I think what was good to look back is the whole tournament now. Throughout the entire competition, I stayed composure. I was fighting the top middleweight division athletes like I was expecting to, like I was hoping to. And I was able to win my first world title in my first year as a black belt. Now, talking about the match itself, I felt like it could have been more active. The match could have had more action during it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna cry about it. It was what it was. I was able to come out with a win, and on March 3rd, I have another opportunity to showcase and display my jiu-jitsu against Isaque. I felt like I was able to do to everyone of every other opponent that I had, and then now I'm looking forward to be able to try to display more of my jiu-jitsu and my technical level against Isaque.
You touched on the 30-minute time frame for this match, which is quite a bit different than a normal IBJJF match. Do you train a lot of longer rounds in the gym, and how do you think the time frame is going to affect your strategy going into it?
Yeah, the gym. Well, the training could be it's different, every week. So I feel like my professor controls it a lot, but it's a big part of my career has been always doing long rounds. Even when I was purple and brown belt, I was already preparing myself to the black belt level. So I've been always doing at least 10-minute rounds. 8, 10 minutes, and we do like my morning usually starts with 3 jiu-jitsu sessions. So I usually spar for a good like hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours at least out of those 3 sessions. So uh, I like the long time, and I feel like jiu-jitsu the way how it's been running so far, the long matches are it's what's more exciting. So I felt when you put two top athletes like this, uh, might as well go long. You know what I mean? Might as well put in a long time. I felt like it's what I do every day already, and 30 minutes, however long time, or an hour, I felt like it's what's exciting for the fans. When I watch a match, when you watch a 10 minutes, or even different organizations, they do like 5 or 6 minute matches. It's cool. I feel like you see that one wins and one loses. It is the rules of those competitions. But when you want to see, the level of jiu-jitsu, and when you want to see uh, who's more dominant, you really need to watch at least a 30-minute match. So that's when you feel like you're able to really see the person's level of jiu-jitsu, because like it turns out to it ends up with you and your opponent having to display, and exchange the technique.
Yeah.
Like 6 minutes and 10-minute matches could be very play with a lot of strategy. You know what I mean? Could be a one on points many of the times. It's not what I look for to do it, but you can never control when it's like a 6 minute matches or a 10-minute match. So I felt like it made more sense for us to go longer. Um, two top guys, two top athletes, and a 30-minute match should be very fun on both of us and for the fans who are watching and spectating.
I know you do strength and conditioning as well. Does that routine change going into this, leading into a longer match?
No, not really. Um, I'm taking this fight to be honest. Like I know it's a big fight. It's a special fight for all the fans and everybody watching. But it's just like another day for me. Like I have things like, for example, I have the competitions that I'm going to do before that, and preparing and leading to that fight, and everything to me is preparation.
Yeah.
Preparing to become a better version of myself. Even the exact fight, it will be a preparation to my next version. You know what I mean? To the person that I will become after that. So I think like I try to take one day at a time, and every competition that I step into to prepare myself and to always come out with the win. So I think like the physical training, my jiu-jitsu training, everything it's been always the same. I train very very hard. I dedicate myself very hard. I sacrifice a lot of things to be in the position that I'm in, and these things like matches like this don't change. The only thing they change is for better, is for me to become a better person. So I have like we're probably gonna get to that point, but I have like Europeans coming up in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then after Europeans, I will do some more competition. I'll just continue to fight. Like as a jiu-jitsu athlete, as a jiu-jitsu fighter, that's what I need to do. I need to stay active. I need to keep competing weekend after weekend if possible, and just try my best every time.
There's a lot of jiu-jitsu fans who are really excited for this match. What can jiu-jitsu fans expect from your match with Isaque?
Well, I feel like jiu-jitsu fans can expect a good match. I feel like he pushes the pace forward. I push the pace forward, and I believe I'm very confident that it will not go up to the 30 minutes. I'm very confident that the fight's gonna end before that. It's gonna get to the point where the technique level needs to be exchanged, where the work that both of us will put will get to the situation where it's gonna shine. So the fans can expect a good match, and I'm looking forward to it.
You touched on some of the other competitions you have coming up. You're going to be at the 2023 Europeans in Paris, France. At the middleweight division, you got Espen Mathisen, you have Lucas Protasio, Italo Mora. Pretty tough division. Are you excited to potentially face some new guys in Paris?
No, definitely. In the middle of the division, I feel like as the years go by, like the more I face new guys, I feel like the better it will be for me to really train myself. You know what I mean? And as while I'm on this game, might as well compete against everyone. So like looking forward to compete against those guys. I fought some of them already. Some of them I haven't competed yet. Um, but again, just like trying to become a best version of myself every day, each day. The work that I put in and the position that I'm in right now, with the mindset that I have, I feel like it's really just up to me and my team, to continue display good jiu-jitsu and good techniques. So like I'm on this game for a long time, and I hope to be for a couple more years. So what I like to do is not just to. I'm in a position where when I first got to the black belt, you want to accomplish all these titles, and then since 2022 my mind has shifted. I want to display jiu-jitsu. I want to show my jiu-jitsu to everyone, and then how high my level really is. And that's what I've been focusing on lately. And just display a good technical level where everybody is able to see that the technique dominates in every fight. So that's been my focus on lately. The competitions that I do is really to prove that point, to prove to myself and prove to my team and prove everybody right that the work that we put in, it's really paying off.
You've touched a few times on wanting to stay really active, compete almost every weekend. I know you're big on setting goals. So for 2023, you're going to be at Europeans. Can we expect to see you go for the Grand Slam this year?
Yes, 100% is definitely a goal of mine. And like I mentioned, is just trying to stay active. Like out there right now, I feel like in the gi, I'm probably one of the most active like competitors. Competing in my weight divisions and trying to compete every weekend and during the gi season. We went through a no-gi season, which was very awesome for me to be helping my teammates and also preparing myself to what's coming. And to eventually be competing and make my no-gi debut. But I feel like in the gi right now, middleweight division, I'm probably one of the most active athletes, and something that I'm proud of, something that it's been always my goal, something that I've always done year after year. Since my collar belt days. Every belt level, I've always compete. Many tournaments throughout the year. I've always competed many super fights. I've always taught many seminars and classes, and this is what I do. This is my life, and it's the lifestyle that I love to live, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about jiu-jitsu. I'm very passionate about the work that I do, the work that my team does. So when I'm not doing it myself, I'm doing it to help my team. I'm doing it to help the jiu-jitsu community in many different ways. It could be going in a competition. It could be teaching seminars. Could be recording new instructions for the jiu-jitsu community. That's what I've been doing. And like I mentioned, I have a couple of years still to look forward ahead of me, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Continue to push the jiu-jitsu level to new heights. Really, you know what I mean? Trying to always push it to do better, and just to be a good person. Just to expect to be a good person. Expect to always behave myself the way how I've done it. I don't promote matches and competitions and with like trash talking and anything like that. My work that I promote during my matches. You know what I mean? I promote displaying good jiu-jitsu technical level, and then this is the way how I believe. You know, uh, after everything, after all the talk, after everything, at the end of the day, that's how people will remember you. They remember for what you showed and what you display, and not what you talked about.
One thing I really love about your career is you put so much focus on your career as an athlete, but you can also tell that you're really investing into the future. You teach classes, you post videos of you helping some of the younger kids at AOJ. And I think that's amazing. So can you talk about why that's important to you and just why having that vision for the future helps propel you throughout your career as an athlete?
Well, part of it is just like you said, help in the future, and to me, I want to do something that's like generational. So I focus on 100% on myself right now, and definitely in my competitions. But if I can do something generational where I'm helping, the next generation, I'm helping the young champions to build themselves. It's something that I have to do it. That's how I feel with myself. It's just like it was done for me. Like at a young age, Professor Gee did it for me, and I continue to do. And it's a way to give back, give back to the community, and also to continue to push the sport that I'm so passionate about. So even when I do one day step out of the jiu-jitsu competition, like where I'm not going to be competing anymore, I'll still be in the jiu-jitsu game 100%. I'll be like, to be honest, I believe that it's going to be a very smooth transition, where I'm going to go from competing, at the highest level to now helping, the next generation to reach the highest level. So to me, it's very important to do something generational. So years after I'm gone, it'll still be talked about it. The generation will still carry on itself. Sometimes you get people that focus more on themselves and focus more on what they can build while they're here, and it's awesome. That you build your name, but I feel, why not? Do it for the next generation. Why not do as a team? Do as a group. To me, it's all about the teamwork. You know what I mean? So this what I've made me get to the position that I'm in today. It's what's gonna take me to position that I want to be in the future, and it's definitely something that I look forward to past generations. So even when I do have a family myself, it will definitely be great to to look back with my kids and what I've done it, what I'm looking to build, and then pass on to them.
Tynan, is there a message you wanted to share with your fans in Brazil?
Yeah. Pessoal do Brasil, eu quero só agradecer a todos pelo suporte que vem me dando aí nos últimos anos de competição. Como vocês já sabem, até às vezes é um pouco difícil o acesso ao meu trabalho, mas eu estou sempre tentando mostrar a minha gratidão por todos que me dão suporte e tentando levar o nível do jiu-jitsu brasileiro, né? Eu atualmente moro nos Estados Unidos, mas eu acho que com todo o suporte que vocês vêm me dando na rede social, eu estou tentando o máximo possível mostrar como essa forma de gratidão a todos vocês do trabalho e tentando agradecer sempre pelo suporte. Acabei de dar uma entrevista em inglês aqui com o IBJJF, falando sobre a minha luta contra o Isaque e falando também sobre os meus planos para 2023. E eu espero fazer em breve um em português para vocês terem acesso, para vocês conseguirem acompanhar um pouco mais do meu trabalho. Mas desde já quero agradecer a IBJJF pelo trabalho que eles vêm fazendo. Eu sempre me sacrifiquei bastante com o jiu-jitsu e eles sempre mostraram, né, esse lado de suporte dentro da federação. Então, desde já quero agradecer a IBJJF por lutas como essas, não só a minha, mas como de vários outros atletas de alto nível que estou lutando também, que vão estar lutando no mesmo no card que eu. E quero continuar, além de tudo, pessoal, com kimono ou sem kimono, só continuar elevando o nível do esporte. Acho que o jiu-jitsu está numa fase de crescimento muito grande, então se eu conseguir, da melhor maneira, dar todos os meus esforços a isso, eu vou continuar sempre empurrando esse nível aí para se elevar e a gente conseguir sempre manter, né, levar a bandeira brasileira junto aí, que para mim é uma das coisas mais importantes aí desde que eu comecei a treinar.
Well, Tynan, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. Do you have any other thoughts you wanted to share, either on the Isaque match or anything related to what's coming up in 2023?
Not really. Just I want to thank IBJJF for always giving me the opportunity. I look forward to grow with you guys and really congratulate you guys for the work that you have done. And I feel the sport has been growing a lot, and the federation is definitely not staying behind. It's trying to stay updated with everything that's been doing, with the super matches, with the Grand Prix, with the competitions. Just raising the level, and that's what really this is. Like gi and no gi, I feel like they're helping each other. They're pushing the sports to new levels, and that's what I'm about. I'm all about continue to share and put the sport that I'm so passionate about at the top and the highest level. So I want to thank you guys for the opportunity, and I want to most important just congratulate you guys for all the work that you guys have been doing, and not just. I feel like a lot of people complain, but I'm the type of person that I believe when the work is done, when you have the work ethic, when you do sacrifice a lot of things, it pays back to you. So I've done great things with IBJJF. Really important for me to show how grateful I am to you guys, and I have nothing to do.
Well, thank you again, Tynan, for your time. If you guys want to watch Tynan and Isaque, you can do that on Flow Grappling on Friday, March 3rd. It's going to be in Austin, Texas. You can also watch Tynan compete at the Europeans. That's coming up in less than 2 weeks. He's going to be in the middleweight division. Thanks again, Tynan. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.